Hey, what's going on YouTube? Back again with another video. I thought I'd do a 2014 games room video for you guys. Haven't done one of these for a while, so I thought I'd just show you what the latest is with regard to the games room. First and foremost, let's go into the closet here and show you what I got going on here. I've given this a really good sort out and clean. Sold a whole bunch of games that I don't really play anymore. And I moved this bookshelf in here, and I've neatly arranged my Sega Genesis cartridge collection into this bookshelf. These are kind of double stacked, by the way, so there's games here and then there's a set behind them, so there's a lot more here than what it looks like. But I'm working through getting rid of all the stuff that I don't really play anymore. But going around here, we've got still some bunch of PCBs down here, and we've got the 3-channel SCART switcher here for my RGB stuff. And we've got the 1-slot Neo Geo MVS with Big Tournament Golf or Neo Turf Masters plugged in. And over here we've got just a collection of Sega Saturn, PlayStation, PSP, Sega Dreamcast games, and behind those we've got Xbox, GameCube, PS2, 360. Up here we've got Nintendo Wii stuff, and more 360, PS3, and the new stuff that I'm kind of getting into at the moment is the Nintendo Wii U and the Xbox One stuff. And up here we've just got all the old retro stuff, Super Nintendo, Nintendo 64, PAL regions and NTSC region stuff. Again, there's another whole row of games behind these, and we've got a couple of Naomi GD-ROM games there, and more PCBs back here, and we've got some MVS kits up there as well. So I'm still kind of working through this stuff at the moment, but certainly a lot more manageable than what it was. And I've got a collection of Xbox 360s up there. Big fan of the limited edition 360 consoles. And some more 360 games, controllers and whatnot, and just different stuff in here. So yeah, it's still needs some work, but certainly looking a lot better than what it was. So I'll just jump out of here and back into the main room, and I'll just kind of walk around the room with you guys. Got a poster here of Gunlord, which has been framed. This came with the Nintendo. I keep saying Nintendo. I got Nintendo on the brain. This came with the Neo Geo MVS limited edition Gunlord cartridge that I purchased from the NG Dev team over a year ago now. It's one of the posters. I have another one, but it's not actually currently hung up at the moment. This is the Rage of the Dragons, again Neo Geo, really cool poster. Over here we've got the Nintendo Virtual Boy console system. This was a real impulse buy. I was at Vintage Stock, and they had one on display for $15, marked as not working or untested. Surely enough, bring it home, put in 6 AA's, and it works fine. Great little console. It came with 2 games as well. Here is the Sega Genesis. This is the Jammer Genesis that I plug into the arcade cabs. As you can see, the jammer edge for it. And we got Castle of Illusion in there at the moment. This is the US Super Nintendo with Donkey Kong Country. Again, RGB modded. Down here we've got the 20-inch Sony PVM monitor, CRT. And currently running Darius Gaiden in there on the Japanese Sega Saturn. Really cool game, and you can see that awesome RGB goodness there. And here's the console in question. This is the 20-inch CRT plugged into the white Japanese Sega Saturn. And that's hooked up to the Sega Virtual Stick that I'm playing the game off currently. Awesome stuff. And for those that don't know, this is a horizontal shooter as mentioned, and absolutely worth checking out. It's a fantastic shoot 'em up game, and it's not too expensive to buy, so I certainly recommend you take a look at it if you have a passing interest in this game or the game series itself. Very, very cool. Moving along, we've got the Nintendo 3DS with Zelda Link Between Worlds. This is an awesome game, especially if you're a fan of the Link to the Past game for the Super Nintendo. I wouldn't say it's better, but it's certainly very, very, very good in its own right. It's running on the Nintendo 3DS. And there's the Japanese Sega Saturn, and then moving along here we've got the black Xbox One console. You can barely see that. There it is. And that's obviously a new pickup that I got around Christmas last year, and absolutely loving the Xbox One console. Still not too much stuff to play on it, but obviously there'll be some new titles that come out for it this year. Over here we've got the Halo Reach Edition Xbox 360. Still playing the 360 obviously. And behind that we've got the Ouya console. It's a pretty cool little system. I don't actually use it for any gaming. I use it for media streaming. But yeah, very, very cool. Got two more down here. This is a modded Xbox 360, and I got the Frentech 1.4 GHz Xbox One, or the original Xbox system. We've got the Gold Limited Edition Nintendo 64 console with Doom 64 currently plugged in. Got some choice PS1 games there and some Genesis games. Sega Dreamcast. And down here we've just got a selection of shockboxed Neo Geo cartridges. MVS, of course. And some quality games there. Over here we've got, you can barely see that, that's the Sony PlayStation 2 Mini, and that's been modded. And this bad boy I got for Christmas, which is the Killer Instinct Tournament Edition 2 arcade fight stick for the Xbox One, and this thing is an absolute beast. It weighs a ton. I can barely lift it with one hand, it's that heavy. This is an awesome, awesome fighting stick. All professional and very, very well done. So I'm playing mostly on Xbox Live at the moment. So that's the entertainment system. Oh, I forgot to mention the Wii U running the wonderful 101 on the 42-inch LG flat screen. Here's the Wii U console. I got to say, the Wii U is just a magnificent little system. It's gotten so much criticism, but it's one of my favorites at the moment. I just love the games for it, especially Super Mario World 3D, the Legend of Zelda Wind Waker HD, and this game here, which I'm really, really enjoying, Wonderful 101. Over here, just got a little couple of shelves here with some miscellaneous stuff. This is basically my pile of games I'm playing through at the moment. Got a Sega candy cap ashtray with a couple of compact flash cards and some 100 yen coins. Couple of controllers. There's the Ouya controller, and this is the Day 1 2013 Xbox One controller. I got two extra 3DSs here. Actually, this is the other one that I have, the Pokemon edition, and this is the one from the system you saw previously. This is just the generic blue. We've got the Nintendo Wii Mini system as well. And if you haven't worked out that I'm a big Nintendo fan, I think you've probably caught on by now. And here are those two shockboxed Sega STV cartridges that I made. One's Groove on Fight, the other one is Cotton well, the other one's Cotton Boomerang. The only one I could find is a Cotton 2 cover for it, so there's that. And on the arcade side of things, we've got the Capcom Mini Cute Candy Cab with the 18-inch Toshiba CRT rotated in Tate mode, and we're playing Esperade. This is a very, very cool shoot 'em up game by Cave Atlas. Came out in 1988, and this is running on the 68,000 hardware rather than the SH2 hardware from later on. This is an awesome game. This is the, I guess you could call it the prequel or the predecessor to Espegaluda. Just an awesome, awesome game. And I've had this game for a couple months now, and I just play it non-stop. It's been in this cab for a long time, and it's really not going to go away. I just absolutely love it. And incidentally, I think I'm correct in saying this, but it's the only Cave game that has not ever had a home console port, apart from emulators. I mean, obviously you can play it in MAME, but otherwise there is no port for it on any system. So it's certainly unique, and it's certainly an awesome game. There it is, Esperade. And we've got King of the Fighters poster here, 2003. Always like this this artwork. Another Neo Geo poster. Over here, we've got the Sega Blast City Candy Cab, and put an old favourite back in. And I think I'm going to keep this in for a while. This is Street Fighter 2 Hyper Fighting. Far and away my favourite fighting game, and my favourite game in the Street Fighter series. Awesome game. And got the free play mode on. The attract demo sounds have been disabled in the BIOS. But there's that Hyper Fighting. Beautiful scanline goodness there on the Sega Blast City. We've got the Samurai Showdown 5 special poster as well, Neo Geo. Let me just cut the lights out and show you how this is all looking. So this is how the room's looking. This is what I come to when I just want to take my mind off things, and after a hard day at work, just relax and play some games. Alright fellas, I'll leave it at that. Just thought I'd show you how things are looking. And I really, really like the kind of minimalist room that I have. I'm not in any desire to add to the room. I'm happy with the number of cabs that I have. I feel like if I got another one, it would just be wasted, and it would be a waste of space. I'm more than satisfied with the 2 cabs, the vertical and the horizontal. It basically takes care of all the things I need to do, and the cool thing about this cab obviously is it can be rotated easily if I ever need to go back to horizontal. And otherwise I'm pretty happy with the systems that I have, and yeah, thought I'd just show you how things are progressing. But thanks for watching guys, and I'll catch you again I'm sure in a up and coming video. Bye for now.